Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Getting the licks in the band. Legacies.
I want to welcome you back to Black Site. We're going to talk about Elizabeth Warren releasing student loan debt relief. It's basically class-based, in which if you make less than $100,000, you will get some relief from your student loans. And it also has a plan for public college tuition to be free. This is an ambitious plan from Elizabeth Warren, but does this benefit the reparations movement and the ADOS movement? When you talk about class-based relief in anything you do, it will benefit largely one group of people, and that is so-called upper middle class and lower middle class white people. The same people who have debt relief or who may have student loans are the same people who are going to inherit wealth once their parents die. So it becomes a debt relief, but they still inherit their parents' wealth. So this is something that most people will not even understand. This is extremely dangerous for the simple fact is this, that only about 20% of African Americans, or a little bit more, have college degrees or who have student loans. So that's a small percentage of the $640 billion plan that she's proposing. So most of that money is going to white folks. It's not going to African Americans. It's not going for reparations in the ADOS movement. It's a class-based debt relief plan. And this is what's going to happen. If they do have something like this, and this is the same thing that Bernie Sanders is talking about, class-based, okay? And when they say class-based, doesn't mean that it's going to benefit you mostly. This whole plan is to reach that middle to upper class white person who may have student loan debt, but have a large amount of inheritance they will pick up from their families. So basically what Elizabeth Warren is going to do, she's going to wipe out their debt, but they're going to inherit hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you will have to understand this part about this. She said you will have to make under $100,000. You will see how quickly so many white people in America will be making $95,000. How they will be fudging their income to get into this program and get the debt relief. You just don't know how easy it will be for them to fudge numbers and play this game with the American people. This right here is a danger, like I said early, for the ADOS movement. Because once she give that $640 million and you come to the table asking for your reparations, what is owed to you and your ancestors, she gonna say, we ain't got no more money. She gonna say, well, we helped out everybody, giving them debt relief, student loan debt relief. So we don't have no money for ADOS. But have you ever noticed how quickly they could come out with a plan for student debt relief, free college education, Medicare for all, but they seem not to come out with a straight up number to pay ADOS in reparations? Have you seen any of them come out with a paper saying we're going to pay y'all $5 trillion, $10 trillion? The only one you heard was Marianne Williamson, where she said $100 billion. She gonna have to move a little bit farther up. But at least she came out with a number. But they can come out straight up and say $640 billion for student loan debt. Okay? And that's the debt you signed up for. Black people didn't sign up for slavery, Jim Crow. That was something forced upon us by the United States government. So this here class-based payment of student loans is something I would be for, but I'm really against for the simple fact because I know how this gonna turn out for black people. We gonna be at the table, like I told you in past videos. Everybody gonna be eating good. We gonna be at the end of the table with a few crumbs on the plate. Everybody else stomach full and we starving. This is how they trick you. They trick you into getting votes this way. Did you know that over 13 million white people in America has a value of $1 million? Do you know that black people average $1,700? When you look at your neighbor today, they may have on a nice suit, they may have on some nice jeans, but when you look at that bank account, ain't too much there. We're owed a debt. And we don't need no more class-based. Because when they say class-based, that means white. What we need is targeted. And that means targeted towards the ADOS. Targeted reparations. And we need that on the table. Because what these Democrats are basically doing right now, they're fighting for the nomination. Every vote counts. You got 20 some odd people running. And basically, they're just trying to win the nomination. Once they get to the nomination, they basically gonna come to black folks with this question. You want Trump or me? And they have this theory. They still have this theory is that we scared of the boogeyman. Like we children. But sometimes children become adults. And right now I feel it's for the first time in 50 years, black people are acting like adults. Finally, we got decent people who are putting out the facts. Yvette Carnell, Tone Talks, Sandy Darity, Professor Black Truth. Any of the people who allies in this movement. And we're going forward. And we're not going to be tricked and bamboozled by the Democrat Party because of Trump. We want tangibles. We want, just like you said, $640 billion for student loan debt. We want to hear you say 5-10 trillion for descendants of slaves. And we want to hear them words right now. No class-based, just targeted towards African Americans. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site Underground News that you can use. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Please smash that like button. And I want you to share this video with family and friends. And let's win this battle for reparations.